Good evening, family, I'm back. This is Sunday, the 26th of November. I was away for a few days, but I'm back. Back for the full moon in Gemini on Monday night. Ooh, what a full moon, crazy town. Full moon is squaring Saturn in Pisces, Mercury is squaring Neptune, and lots of more goodies as Venus coming into the North Node to conjunct. Wow, hold on to your hats because the mind is going to get a bit wacky out there. So we've got a lot to share tonight. Join me. This is Nora and Pure, live from Bali. Beautiful music to start the vibe, to get us going. Get moving. Show me your names on the screen, family. Who is here with me? Let's have some fun. Here I am. Alright, so now that we are looking at this, let's take the music a bit down. Great vibe, and there's a bit of a glitch, but that's alright, a glitch in the YouTube thingy, but I believe it will be alright. Hello, it's good to see you again. Had a bit of an interesting weekend. Hello, Sharon. Shalom, Sharon. Shavua Tov. Have a good week, everyone. Good week ahead. This is Sunday, the first day of the week. Wow, what a week is coming. There's a lot coming up for us. So, yeah, I had a very interesting weekend. I usually tend to feel the energy kind of a bit before it hits the collective. And so I might have some hints in my experience, but it's like I was a bit zapped over the last 2 days. I just was super tired, lethargic, kind of like very exhausted. Just couldn't get my energy up and running. There's been massive solar storms, solar flares. That could be a reason. The astrology is definitely giving hints for further reasons. So, you know, it is what it is. But that's the thing. Hold space to your process and just kind of like, you know, get through the day, get through the moment, and just do your best to be the best you can be. And you fall down and you get up again. And, you know, that's the whole thing of the Phoenix thingy, you know, that we are trying to achieve. Hello, Jess. Shavua Tov, Ima. Kisses, love. Love to everyone. Hey, namaste, Bharat, Rukshika, Trishan. Bharat, I've seen your messages. I haven't got back to you because of the reasons I just mentioned. I will get back to you, brother. But yeah, it's good to be here with you again while Nora Pure kind of blasting us in the background with that vibe. She's really awesome chick. Check her out. Where is it? No, not this thing. This thing. Where is it? Oh, what am I doing? Because it went down. There she is. There she is. Blasting the vibe in Bali. From Bali straight to our homes. Giving us a good reason to move our bodies a bit. Wow, look at that view. Stunning. Awesome. So yeah, Sunday, and it's been an interesting weather in Melbourne. We had a bit of a Byron Bay tropical kind of spring a few days. Hot with showers kind of drizzling on us. Then a hot day, then a cold day, then rains, then all kind of things. You felt the energies today for sure, Bharat. Yeah. Alex, hello Alex, welcome back to be with us. And Jody, hello Jody, good to have you with us too. Alright, let's get into it. One of the things that I want to make a change is that I would like to make the love stream shorter. As you noticed, the last few weeks, I have a bit of an issue because the new timetable of my fatherhood has kind of received some adjustment and interrupt with my Thursday night love stream. So when I got my son with me, I can't really do it because he has all these activities. But when I don't have him with me, I can do the love stream. So this Thursday night, I will for sure do the love stream. I need to find a solution for the week in between the weeks that I'm alone. You know, just adjustments. We have to keep adjust to life. The other thing is that now that I'm doing the sound healing on Wednesdays as well. Anyway, I'm going into mumble jumble, but there's a lot of mutability which is in the air for all of us because we have 6 planets in mutable signs. We have Pisces and Saturn in, Neptune and Saturn in Pisces, mutable water. So, you know, we have Mercury, Sun and Mars in Sagittarius, mutable fire. And we have, where are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the moon is going to come into Gemini for the full moon, which is mutable air. So there's a lot of mutability in the air, which is part of what we're experiencing. Remember, we're coming from Scorpio season into this time, and we've started Sagittarius season. So hello, welcome to Sag season. Usually the season that we are connecting with the archetypes of optimism, a bit of positivity, a bit of kind of Sag is the place of long distance traveling. So it's that feeling we have when we go overseas for a holiday, or when we go away from home to a holiday, like summer school is coming, so you pack your things and you go on a holiday, and it might be only 40 minutes drive. It doesn't have to be 3-4 hours flight, right? It doesn't have to be 10 hours flight, but it can be, because Sag is long distance travel. And it's that feeling that we get when we go on a long distance travel, that we feel freer. We are feeling like we are less restricted, we are less limited by our day-to-day life, by our environment, by the mold we are existing in day by day. And suddenly we have more opportunity to explore other areas of ourselves, other areas of our life, to look at things from a different point of view, with a bit more relaxed, optimistic, positive way, because we are on holiday, we are away. Let's say we went to Bali for a week retreat. Oh, everyone will say, no, I wish. But it's that feeling that, yes, you are going to Bali for a week, and suddenly you're sitting there on the beach of Bali, drinking a coconut and getting a feet massage, and suddenly you look at all your life and all your troubles and all your problems and all your issues from a whole kind of freer point of view, that you're starting to understand things about it on a higher level. A lot of times when we go, backpacking, traveling overseas, if it's to the Amazon or to India or to the East or whatever, Europe, it could be any place, right? We go on this journey of self-exploration, which what I love in those travels, and usually we do it in our 20s mostly, because we are free, we have less obligations, although it's valid to all ages. There is that thing that is like, I'm leaving who I am until now behind, and I'm going on a journey of self-exploration. Some of us are not doing it consciously. Some of us will do it like, no, I'm just going away to the Amazon to just look at the rainforest. That's what you're telling yourself. That's your Gemini. Your mind is telling you, I'm just going overseas to travel. But what Sagittarius Jupiter is saying to you is like, no, there's a higher learning in that storyline that you are telling yourself. By going overseas and changing environment and freeing yourself from the mold, you are capable of realizing things about yourself, have some downloads, realizations, understanding of natural law, of universal law, of spiritual laws, things that why your life unfolded in that way, where you are in your life now, and why you have come to this point, and what you have learned along the way. Suddenly there's this assimilation. The Sag is opposition to Gemini. And so in Sagittarius, this assimilation of the wisdom and the higher knowledge we gained through the Gemini, through the day-by-day life routines, exchanges of information, communication, barter, business management, life management with your family, with your friends, with your clients, with your colleagues, with your boss. It's the news you consume, it's the social media you run. So suddenly you are a social media influencer, the new high sought occupation of the 21st century, mainly actually the last 2 decades. And you're saying to all your millions of followers that you're taking a detox from your social media, you're going on a retreat on Vipassana, but you will be back in a week or 2. And so you go and suddenly you unplug. And suddenly your soul has the time to catch up with this thing that you have created, this thing that you have become, this thing that you think that you are. Gemini, I think that I am that, but Gemini is also mutable air. It's like, I thought that I am that, and now I am that. So I can change the way I think about myself. That's Gemini. And those changes of mind, changes of points of view, changes of perspective are in the opposition of Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is that there is that wisdom soul that is governing and guiding all this. There is this higher wisdom. There is natural law. There is something that you are learning in this entire lifetime on a soul level that is much higher and superior to the day-by-day learnings. And the day-by-day learnings of Gemini, they are compounding themselves into the big wisdom gaining knowledge learning of the lifetime. And so that's this Sag Gemini, its mutability. Gemini is mutable air, is how we breathe and how we process the oxygen in our brain. And Sag is mutable fire, the alchemy. Remember, we're coming to Sag, this is the Phoenix rising. We are coming to Sag from Scorpio. So the Scorpio, there is a death. In Scorpio, there is an ending. On Scorpio, there is a dark phase. There is a shadow zone. There is an underworld journey into the depth of the soul to understand something deeper about our desires, about everything got to do with our sexuality and with our money and with our relationships and our deep emotions and our traumas and our pain and our abandonment and rejection and betrayal and cheat and affairs and lies and secrets. That's what we do in Scorpio. We're digging deep into that root chakra. That's kind of like, where's the dead roots? Where's these corrupted roots that disturb my growth? And we're doing all this psychic surgery in Scorpio to uncover and rediscover the transformed, evolved self. And we're coming to the end of Scorpio, and from there comes the Phoenix of Sagittarius, the firebird. Sag is that half horse, half man aiming his bow into the heavens. It's that kind of like, I want to go, I believe that I am that, I believe that I am that, I believe that life is that. It's our belief system, it's our philosophy of living, it's our values. It's like we all live in a certain life based on our beliefs and values. Those are predominantly shaping our perception and our consciousness. And usually they will be built upon higher philosophical teachings. Let's say you choose to be a Buddhist, so you follow the Buddhism values. Let's say you're a yogi, so you follow the yogi discipline and the yogi wisdom, and from that you gain your knowledge. Let's say you are a heavy metal dude, so you listen to heavy metal, and through the lyrics of rage and aggression, of protest that come from heavy metal, that's how you gain your wisdom and knowledge. So there's wisdom in all ways. Let's say you're an anarchist, and through anarchy and the teaching of anarchy and what anarchy is really about, you gain your wisdom. You're a Bitcoiner, that's where you gain your wisdom. You are a naturopath, that's where you gain your wisdom. You're a Chinese doctor, Alex, that's where you gain your wisdom. And through that you gain more wisdom. And you're a sex therapist, and that's where you gain your wisdom. So you are an Old Testament person or a New Testament person or the Quran or the Hinduism, Buddhism, Taoism, atheist, whatever you are, is that Sagittarius archetype of what you choose to believe in. And based on that, you then later shape your consciousness into the nano details of your soul imprint in this lifetime, which is the Gemini, how you present yourself. Chat room. I know the background being Bali, you just got back 2 weeks ago. Lucky Varat, nice. Hopefully you had fun. Good to know you're back safe and sound. Hello, Janeline. I need to respond to you as well. I'm doing my responses on live. Hello, Carrie. Hello, April. April, it's funny you passed through my thoughts the last few days because I saw one of your posts suddenly came in front of me. Hope you're well, sending you love. Oh yeah, I know why, because I saw a picture of Gustav that got married, and I was so happy for Gustav, brother Gustav, for getting married. I forgot at the moment the name of his beautiful wife, but I know her well, and please send them my love and my blessings and tell them I'm very happy for them. Hello, Breeze, welcome, glad to see me back on screen. Thank you. Yeah, it was weird 2 days. And hello, Harry, good to have you with us, Harry. Fantastic. For example, Harry is a teenager, young teenager. He's playing Fortnite with my son. He's playing Fortnite, he's playing Rocket League, he's playing FIFA. They're playing all these games, and through that they connect with other people that share mutual values to Fortnite and to Rocket League, and they develop friendships, and they watch the YouTubers, and through that they gain more wisdom about the game they play, but also through that they gain wisdom to life. I'm just showing you how Sagittarius is all ways of wisdom and knowledge. He didn't get married. We were at a wedding of a friend together. Okay. I thought they got married. I thought that's what I saw. Okay, but it was good to see you all anyway. Hopefully they will get married, you never know. Maybe it's a prediction. Alright, so he's engaged to beautiful Nicole. Yes, that's what never mind, we'll keep it for private time. So let's get more into it. So until now I've been talking to you about Sagittarius because we are in Sagittarius season. If I'll go exactly to that day, then it was 3 days ago when the sun moved into Sag, and that signaled Thanksgiving in America, which is funny because Thanksgiving, you see, for example, Thanksgiving, for the modern American people, Thanksgiving is a holiday of giving thanks for life, gratitude for the blessings, for everything they have. But for the Native Americans, it's actually similar to kind of a Holocaust vibe. And so, you know, two different people living in the same country, in the same land, believe in different things on the same day. But yeah, just a side note to that. So Sun moved into Sagittarius on Thursday early morning, Wednesday night, Thursday early morning, so 4 days ago. As you can see on your 6 o'clock, Sun is on 00 Sag. And again, Thanksgiving symbolizing Sagittarius season is like, let's focus this month on giving thanks and blessings for being in gratitude, just being gratitude. Life is tough. None of us is in the place we're in. There's a lot of challenges for all of us. The world is in shit. There's chaos everywhere. There's suffering everywhere. There's bullshit and chaos everywhere. But we still have things we can give thanks for. You have water in your tap. You have a roof above your head. Maybe you don't have a roof above your head. You have clothes on your skin. Maybe you don't have clothes on your skin. You've got air that you breathe. You know? We can always start giving gratitude by the most simple basic things. We're alive today. We are here together today. We can sit comfortably in our homes today. We can eat our food, drink our water, breathe the air. We can meditate. We can stretch. We can go for a walk. We have our beloveds. We have our best friends. We have our beloveds that are close to us in our family. We have our communities. We have our skills. We have our talents. We have our brains. We have our hearts. We have our lungs. We have our buttocks. Allows us to sit comfortably on a chair. How grateful we are that we have a bottom that we can sit right now on a chair. Do you realize how beautiful that is? Imagine without bottom. Sitting on two bones would be painful, man. Give thanks. Oh my God. So, Sagittarius season, gratitude, more gratitude and more gratitude. And in that I will say love and gratitude to the Patreon community for being my support and being on this journey with me for all these years. So thank you so much for sticking around, for your supporting this work and this service. If you want to support me unconditionally for free, please press like on this movie and subscribe to the channel. It helps the algorithms of YouTube send us forward away in the echoes, and then we can get more people into our family that are like-minded, like vibration. Bring it on. So press like and subscribe. The other thing, if you wanna support more directly, join our patreon.com/healingdelight. This is where you can become a part of our intimate, beautiful community. This is where we communicate every day on our Telegram chat rooms. We have the chat room for spiritual matters, for the astrology, for emotional support, for blessings, for all these things. We have another room about crypto. So, if you are not updated about what's going on in crypto world, in Bitcoin world, if you don't know what's going on in the global picture of the paradigm shift of economy and finance, then we have got an amazing chat room that is constantly updating everyone with all the progression, with all the events that are unfolding. We are on top of it. We know exactly what's going on. And if you are not going to study Bitcoin now, you're going to miss out on the biggest rocket ship of your life. And this is not a joke. I'm not a financial advisor. But underneath our noses, the biggest transformation of wealth is unfolding, and the big change in the paradigm of global economy and finance. And Bitcoin is basically about to receive the full-blown recognition and embracement of the system, of the big money, of the investment funds, of the governments, of everything. So I urge you all to study Bitcoin. And when we say study Bitcoin, is our way to say First, understand what it's about. Go and read about it before you disqualify it, because you believe, Gemini, you believe that Bitcoin is bad only for corruption, it will never work out, because you listen to sources of media that told you to think like that. And this is the square now of Mercury to Neptune that I'm already starting to hint into. You believe that Bitcoin is bad, so you're not really studying it, you're not getting into it. In the meantime, BlackRock, the biggest investment funds in the world that own almost all products that you have in your life, is basically urging to get into Bitcoin ETF, and 11 other investment funds and big money wanting to get in with ETF services. And so maybe it's time to change the way you think and believe about something because someone told you something, and go and study it a bit so you could actually change your belief, mutability, change your belief and understand and embrace a higher understanding, higher knowledge that will help you. That's just a few hints. But so back to the gratitude part and the community and everything. If you want to be a part of us, join us, support me, be a part of us, and it will be great to have you with us as well. Patreon.com/healingdelight. Sound healing meditations this week are happening tomorrow night, Monday, on the full moon time, so it's gonna be really awesome. This is a very powerful, intense, challenging full moon that urges us to release and to let go of negative thoughts, of fearful mindset, of the doomy and gloomy, the wounding, the victimhood that we create to ourselves in our minds, to release it, to surrender it, to a higher understanding that everything is going to be okay, and we are moving to a higher level of living and to a higher frequency, and we are birthing a new earth, and choose to let go and release fear and embrace love and gratitude. So very powerful full moon sound healing walk tomorrow night. It's almost full. If you want to book it in, the booking link is in the bio, the blurb of this movie, and in the bios of social media. So sound healing meditation full moon group Monday 7 p.m. and integration as always weekly group on Wednesday 7 p.m. So Wednesday have spots left and Monday is about to get full. If you want to join us, join us. Other than that, this energy is quite intense on a mental level. So if you need some healing sessions, I'm here for you. You can always book it in and come and see me privately to do some healing work. It will be my pleasure. And even if it's not me, I will talk about it further. This is definitely time to pay attention to mental health and to use your support, to use your therapist, to use your counselor, psychologist, psychiatrist, psychic, healer, shaman, friends, family. Use your support system, because this is going to be very challenging for the mental. It's already unfolding, but especially people that already have ongoing mental issues, be on guard and be grounded and know that this is going to be a challenging wave and you just need to stay on top of it and get through it. So now we're going to start talking about it a bit more directly. Let me have a sip of water just a second. While I'm drinking, have a bit of Nora, the awesome Nora. Look at her, blasting the vibe in Bali. All right. Again, this is Nora and Pure, live from Bali. And just giving credits. I always love giving credits to musicians. This is why I love bringing them on live as well, to give stage to musicians, to expose them to other people, and to bring more support to them. Now that we finished with all the intro and everything, let's get into the chart. What are we having right now today? As you can see, at 12 o'clock, we've got Uranus on 20-degree Taurus, Jupiter on 8-degree Taurus. The North Node and Eris are in conjunction, in a very, very strong conjunction, and on this full moon, it will finally be the exact conjunction, as the North Node is retrograding back into Eris, and they're both going to finally conjunct, come into that climax, and starts to fade away over months to come. But this means that this is the most intense energy of North Node and Eris. Eris is the sister of Mars, the goddess of war. She is that Viking warrior going into the battle and installing justice. She's all around truth and rebellion, and she will do it through strife and through discord. She will create strife and discord in order for everyone to be heard, in order for justice to be installed. And it's in Eris. And so this is like all of us as individuals, Eris, ego, self. We are all feeling the strong need, desire, urge, calling to stand in our conviction, to be solid in who we are, in what we know to be true, to express our opinions, to express our voices, to really stand up for ourselves and to say, I know what I want, I know what's true for me, and even if it means I have to go through strife, I will stand by it. I experienced that energy in the family court when I was attacked for being not willing to take the juice, so they utilized that against me as if I am something that they wanted to create out of me, where all I was like just a sovereign being saying sorry. It's like, no, I'm not taking your juice, thank you. And no, my son will not take the juice either, thank you. And even when he was like, you must, it was like, no, excuse me, no, I don't, thank you. So it's kind of that energy. Is like, it's all the energy we felt in through the pool building up, in 2023, all the thing that is going on around the pool and the juice, and people really, social media, people really expressive of opinions, choosing sides. We spoke about it so many times, is that equality here, equality there, they deserve to be heard, they deserve to be heard, we deserve to be heard, we deserve to be heard, everyone standing up for something in their conviction, and it brings in strife and discord to society, to the world. We can see that very strongly. I think you know what I'm talking about, especially in these days. So that's North Node and Eris coming in conjunction this week, which means it's the crescendo of it on this full moon in Gemini. Chiron on the 15th degree of Eris, and today 8 hours ago, 7 hours ago, the moon was conjunct Neptune in Pisces. So let's say around 10 o'clock in the morning, if you woke up this morning and you might have had like maybe a mystical sleep, maybe mystical dreams, maybe spiritual unfoldings in your sleep, maybe it was a healing sleep, maybe it was an emotionally sensitive night for you and you woke up a bit emotionally sensitive. Maybe you've been feeling very kind of actually loving and creative, and you've kind of allowed yourself to float with the day today. Maybe you kind of just lay down on the hammock and listen to music because that's what you felt like doing. Moon and Neptune in Pisces. Sensitive time, emotional time, could be also kind of like healing time, dreamy time. I know that last night I had a weird thing, like I literally woke up out of sleep feeling like a very intense jolt of energy into my body, and I literally kind of found myself out of sleep and saying like, get off me. I literally woke myself up by kind of feeling that jolt of energy and casting it away. So whatever it was for you, whatever it is for you, maybe you've just been kind of feeling soft and sensitive and emotional today, and that's okay. Maybe you are shedding some pain, maybe you are shedding some vulnerability, emotional vulnerability, because we are now in rising to the full moon. So now in this coming 24 hours, we are talking now exactly 28 hours before the full moon. So now expect the next 28 hours to become more sensitive, more emotional. Full moon time, culmination time, things coming up to the surface for us to recognize, to see, to identify, just to kind of like, I need to release this, it comes up so we can understand what we are releasing. So that's the moon and Neptune, 24 degree in Pisces, and this is Neptune is a big topic, so we're gonna get back to it. So this moon with Neptune early this morning kind of could have given us an emotional hint into the mental process that is unfolding, because as we get into the full moon, Mercury will kind of square Neptune. So now I'm going, oh my god, I was reading the chart of Thursday, I apologize about that. Let's rewind, oh my god, delete this part that just happened about Moon and Neptune. It was true, but for Thursday, not for today. okay? Doing my best. Only human. What can I do? So right now, as we are speaking, the moon is actually with Uranus on your 9 o'clock in 2 hours from now. So let's say at around 7 o'clock, 7:30, the moon will conjunct Uranus in Taurus. It's already happening. So moon with Uranus can be feeling as anxious or nervous or excited. There's some kind of excitement, expecting something to happen, but don't know how it's going to be. It could go either way, but it could be also anxious because you're expecting something to happen. You don't know how it's going to be. You know that something is brewing in your relationship and you might need to have a conversation, and you have this anxiety around this conversation because you know it's going to bring up things and you don't know how it's going to be. So that's kind of what moon with Uranus can do. Is always recommended with moon Uranus, whenever it's alignment in any form, shape, any planets with Uranus, it's almost about being grounded, drinking water, doing some stretches, being flexible. Whatever happens, just be flexible. But pay attention, because this moon with Uranus, this moon in Taurus all day today, from yesterday into today, into tomorrow as well, last night into tomorrow, it's kind of, the moon is kind of like, it's almost doing like an emotional checkup before the full moon rising on Monday night, tomorrow night. And it's kind of saying, listen, yo, are you feeling something? Remember, the moon came to Jupiter and Uranus today and last night after being with Neptune on Thursday night. Okay, so it's kind of like, whoa, wait a second, dude. Feel what's going on here. Are you feeling it? Are you noticing inside of you some processes? Okay, so now the moon came yesterday. The moon came into Taurus. It's like, listen, just connect with your body. Be in your body. Embody yourself. What do you need? You need rest. You need water. You need stretches. You need to walk. You need to be in nature. You need to meet with friends. You need to be in good environment. You need to. What do you need? Listen to your body. So for me, as I told you at the beginning of this love stream, it's like on Thursday night, the weirdest things happened to me. My phone just went black, and I thought it's dead. So I'm plugging it to the charger, and it's vibrating if it's charging, but I can't see anything. So I thought it's dead. On Friday morning, I wake up, I hear the alarm that is set up on this phone goes on. So I was like, okay, so the alarm is working, so the phone is working, the system is working, the battery is not dead, so it's the screen. What the heck is going on? Do a bit of Google, did the trick that they told me to do, didn't work. I got so frustrated because of it, and I was like, you know what, whatever. And it rang, the alarm rang all day long. I buried it in the car, in the garage, underneath a pillow, just to leave me alone. And then on Friday, I got zapped. Suddenly lethargic, tired, exhausted. And I was like, I was supposed to do the love stream on Friday, and I just couldn't. I was like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm zapped. So I said, okay, I'll do it on Saturday. And I woke up Saturday like exhausted. And I was like, what's going on? I'm flat, more than flat. Like, I did some research. I found this very powerful solar storm coming from the sun into the earth over the last few days and into the next few days. That can affect the energy a lot, but I'm not just leaving it with that. Okay, let's drink more water. Okay, let's take some herbs. Okay, let's have some food. Okay, maybe let's go for a walk. Okay, no, I can't even walk. I'm going back home. Go back home, food. You know what? I need an early sleep. I went to sleep 8 o'clock in the evening last night. I woke up 8 o'clock in the morning this morning, like 12 hours sleep. Boom. I was like, yeah, baby. And then today it's just a slow, easy recovery. So I'm doing what I'm telling you. It's kind of, I'm just feeling what my body needs. Like, and all these things that happened to me as well. It's exactly this square that we had between the Sun and Mars to Saturn. And so the idea is there is like the Sun comes to Sag, and Mars comes to Sag, and as soon as they came to the 0 degree Sag, they squared Saturn. So it's like the phoenix wants to rise, the phoenix wants to burst. You want to start your engine and go for it. You want to step on the gas and fly. If it's a boat or a jet ski or a car or an aeroplane, you just want to press on the pedal and go. And you press on the pedal, and then the engine goes like, the engine brakes as soon as you're about to start your journey. Dana, beloved Dana, celebrated her birthday party, just told us today. She celebrated a birthday party, fell over, broke her arm. It's exactly that. It's like, I wanted to do the love stream and come at you, and I was just exhausted. I just couldn't do it. And that's Saturn. It's like restrictions, blockages, hiccups, delays. Could be also for people with the mental health and emotional health. Could be depression, could be kind of like psychosis, kind of mentally kind of like down and out, bummed, kind of like depleted, deflated, kind of, because that Saturn is like, oh, what a bummer. I thought that when the sun will come to Sag, I will feel much better. I believe that it's like the Phoenix Rising. I was walking on this Phoenix Rising, and I was like opening the door for the Phoenix Rising, and then a garbage truck threw a garbage bag in my face. You washed your car, it's a sunny day, you go to a car wash, you washed your car, it's shining and it's bright, you did the most expensive car wash you could have, and you come out of the car wash, and then suddenly you drive behind a truck that just drops manure, like a agriculture truck that drops cow manure on top of your car, whatever. There was a bit of a flooding with sewage kind of water, and another car comes and spritzes the sewage water on your brand new, fresh, kind of clean car. It's like, oh, I really wanted to go in a good car. So it's kind of like, I wanted to feel good, and I've been bummed out. I wanted to have a better experience, and I've been knocked down. I wanted to have a great date, and they got sick. I wanted to go on a road trip with my best friend, and suddenly her father passed away. I wanted to go on a holiday to Bali, but my flight got cancelled. It's that kind of like delays, hiccups, things like that. I think what I've heard on Thanksgiving was the biggest ever traffic jam in history of California. That's that. It's kind of everyone wants to go on a holiday, and they're stuck in the biggest traffic jam in California history. Hilarious. What do we have here? Hey, Anna. Hello, Anna. And Jody Michelle. Alanis Morissette. What about Alanis Morissette? What about her? It's like rain on a wedding day. Exactly that. And isn't it ironic, It's exactly that. So yeah, that was this thing. I'm going with you into different places, but coming back to the moon is with Uranus in the next hour. We might have a breakthrough. We might have a breakdown and a breakthrough in relationships, in your body, in your health, in your food, in your diet, in your money, in your income, in your job. There might be something that you are feeling like there's a bit of a breakthrough there. You're breaking free, or you feel like rebellion. You might feel rebellious. You want to rebel against the routine, the mold. You're stuck in a mold, and you want to break the mold. That's how it could feel like. Your relationship is kind of stagnant, and you want to break the relationship into a new place. Hostages are being freed day by day now. There's like breaking free of hostages, people coming back to their beloveds, to their families, and that's kind of there's a breaking free here in the physical relations of those beloveds with their families, on all sides. So that's the moon with Uranus right now in Taurus. Uranus, reminding you, Uranus was in opposition to the new moon we had 2 weeks ago, and is involved in this full moon because, as you can see right now, Mercury was on the 20th degrees of Sagittarius on Friday, and it was quincunx Uranus, so that could have been like an uncomfortable conversation or mental state that was kind of like annoying and wanting to it's kind of like an allergic reaction, kind of quincunx. It's kind of like annoying something that just doesn't shift, and you want it to get better. And now, as Mercury has passed that here, Mercury is on your 2 o'clock in 23 degrees Sagittarius. Now Venus on the 20th degree of Libra. First of all, she's doing this quincunx to Uranus. 20 degrees 5 minutes Libra, Venus. And Uranus is 20 degrees 32 minutes Taurus. So if I go now 1 hour forward, couple of hours forward, We'll take it to the moment that the moon is exactly conjunct Uranus, which will be tonight at 7:02 p.m. And in the background, so the moon is coming with Uranus saying like, listen, embody yourself, please, regulate yourself, please, just be grounded, because there is a bit of a roller coaster coming for us. Okay, this full moon is not an easy trick. This full moon is a mad hat trick. Okay, so it's like, just stay embodied, pay attention, notice how you live in the present moment. And Venus in the background is in this quincunx to Uranus too. So the exact quincunx of Venus will be 2032. There we go. Tonight at 3 a.m. Okay, so tonight at 3 a.m. Let's see exactly the moment. Yeah, there we go. 2:52 a.m. tonight, Venus is doing here on your 8 o'clock, 20th degree, 32 minute. Oh, Uranus moved to the 31. Okay, no problem. No problem. There we go. At 2:31 a.m., the Venus here on your 8 o'clock, 20 degree and 31 minute Libra is exactly quincunx Uranus, 20 degree 31 Taurus, as the moon on 24 degrees Taurus is still in Taurus. Okay, so there is the emotional body is asking us to be grounded and to kind of like just keep it grounded and embody yourself and just be in the present moment. And Venus is in the quincunx to Uranus, and it's uncomfortable. Venus wants to find this love and balance and harmony in Libra, but this quincunx to Uranus rules relationship with other people. Uranus is other people and the world. There might be some upsetting things happening with other people in your life, or upsetting things happening in the world, some volatility, some disruptions. You might, within yourself, you might feel this rebellious urge to break free, to rebel, to reinvent yourself, because you're feeling that you can't find that peace, balance, love, and harmony that you want to find in your love life, in your money life, in your health, in your Venus, Taurus. So it's all showing us. It's everything is like, look at that, feel that, you see that, do you experience that? Pay attention, because the universe is really cooking us in every aspect of our life. Venus quincunx to Uranus with the moon in Taurus, it's the embodiment of the emotional process in all our physical life. In your face, in the way you've been today, how you felt today, yesterday, Friday, how are you feeling, what are you doing, your routines, your habits, your relationships, your sexuality, your money, your finance, your investment. Pay attention, it's happening, you are processing it in a physical way. And it's kind of like, it's itchy, it's a quincunx. Venus wants to break free. Venus just wants to get me out of this situation. I want to feel better. We're in Sagittarius season. We want to feel better. So the Sun and Mars was like, I want to feel better. I want to have a phoenix rising energy here. I want to be optimistic. I want to be positive. I want to explore new horizons. I want to expand. Jupiter ruler of Sagittarius, they are about expansion. I want to expand. But the Sun and Mars came to Sag, and what did they face? The biggest stop sign, Saturn. You can't. Not yet. Wait. Patience. Restrictions. Law and order, regulation. All these kind of things. Like, there's all these obligations and responsibilities that don't allow me to burst. But now, by tonight, as you can see, the Sun is already on the 4th degree, is breaking out of that, starting to break out of this Saturn square. Mars is still in it, but coming off it as well. So it's like, it's not green light, but the red is less red. Put it like that. It's between red to orange. And the full moon is that orange of mutability between the red and the green. That's this full moon, the orange light of, you're not going yet, you need to get ready to go, and if you want to go, you need to do this. Obey the law, do not drive until you see green light. When you drive, make sure you drive on the right speed with your seatbelt on, indicate, put your lights on, make sure your car is right. That's what you do basically in that orange light. And you will have that green light, but you have to wait. It's orange, it's not green. Like, orange usually comes after the green, right? So you're driving, you're going somewhere, and then suddenly comes the orange light. And what is it? It's like, pay attention, it's about to turn red. If you are too far, you need to slow down and stop. If you are crossing, you better just cross. But if you are behind the car that is crossing, you need to stop. You can take the risk and pass through the orange, but there's a speed camera that if you go a bit in the wrong time, in the wrong place, you're gonna get flashed, and then it's gonna be another $200, $300, $400, $500 out of your pocket. Consequences. So think before you act. Do you really need to pass this junction in an orange light when you've already been through half of the orange? Or you need to have more patience and stop even though you're on a rush and you want to get there? Take this metaphor for everything in life of this energy. So we covered Moon and Uranus, we covered Jupiter 7 degree Taurus, and as I said before about the North Node and Eris, we covered that. They look, North Node 24-25, Eris 24-20, 5 astrological minutes separating them, they are closing, it's intense. If you're visiting social media, you can pretty much see a zoo of opinions and teachings and knowledge and philosophies and historical facts, and everyone's bringing facts upon facts. It's like mayhem, chaos of opinions, chaos of righteousness. Everyone fighting for righteousness in the name of righteousness with their own self-created righteousness, and they don't realize they're falling down the trap of unrighteousness, because it's not righteous to be righteous against someone else's righteousness. It's more just to be like righteous within yourself with your own righteousness, but allow the other people to be righteous within their own righteousness, because that's their journey, that's their soul, that's their karma, that's their incarnation. You can't convert other people to live your incarnation. That's egocentric. You just need to watch all the zoo, allow the elephant to be an elephant, allow the giraffe to be a giraffe. Don't try to convert the elephant to be a giraffe, and don't try to convert the giraffe to become an elephant, because they are not. And just accept them for who they are as a part of Mother Nature. And then we can have a bit more peace, love, and harmony in this world. So, as Venus is involved, and I already spoke about Venus, Venus is now coming to conjunct the south node of the moon in Libra, and that's happening this week. And so we have a full moon in Gemini, and we have the north node coming onto Eris, and we have Venus coming onto the north node. So if I'll take us there for a moment, it's happening oops, I've passed it. What am I doing? Okay. It's happening exactly at on Thursday at 4:03 a.m. So Wednesday night, okay, the night of sound healing meditation. Wednesday night we will have Venus conjunct the south node exactly in Libra, and this is 2 nights following the full moon. So this is full moon integration, and Venus comes with the south node, and that will be our second sound healing of this week if you need it to come. But this is, look at this, it's like Venus south node in exact opposition to the north node and Eris. So the north node is past Eris by then. So first is north node is passing Eris, and then Venus comes into the south node. So this is and it's happening simultaneously, it's still unfolding, so we're kind of talking really nano details, but it's a big process that it's all mutable kind of process unfolding, okay? Remember that. So we have this north node in Eris that I want to become something new, I need to go in a new way, a new direction, a new self, reminding you that Sun and Mars energy of the last 2 weeks, their conjunction in Scorpio, the end of Scorpio into the beginning of Sag, it's a journey of self-identification. I need to identify where am I fucking myself and when I want to unfuck myself. I need to identify where I'm doing the wrong thing by me, when I'm doing the right thing by me. Where do I want to go, where do I don't want to go? I need to identify when am I in fear, where am I in love, where am I in contraction, fear, Scorpio, and where I am in this expansion of Jupiter, Sagittarius. It's interesting that this journey of self-identification of Sun and Mars has been traveling through the end degrees of Scorpio, of that ultimate kind of death and transformation and intensity of alchemy, into the Firebird expansion of Sagittarius. And only now they will start breaking apart. So it's kind of like we're being forced, all this Scorpio season we were being forced to really sit with our shit, to sit with our shadows, to sit with our darkness, to sit with all the things, that the sewage of our soul, the underworld, the Shambhala. We needed to sit with it, to feel it, to experience it, in order to identify what needs to die, what needs to be left behind, to be put aside, done, finished, kaput, arrivederci, sayonara, hasta luego. Let's go. And so this journey of identification of Sun and Mars is coming between the new moon in Scorpio, of transformation and evolution, of rebirth and phoenix rising. Now comes the full moon in Gemini, which is squaring Saturn, which is like grow up, mature, do the hard work, have discipline, regulate yourself, and have patience. Things are not gonna happen exactly how you want them. The future will be your future. It's kind of, Saturn is in Pisces. It's the planet of structure and regulation and discipline, is coming into this multi-dimensional, spacious Pisces. How do you put structure into vastness of space, of spirit? So it's like how to contain the almighty omnipresence of the divine love that is unconditional and multidimensional and beyond our understanding even, into this container of a physical vessel, of a physical body. So a healer, when a healer facilitates healing, he takes this vessel and utilize it to be a conduit of universal love and light, in order to transmit it to the other person. It's that place of selfless service in Pisces. So it's kind of like, how can we be in selfless service for the collective that is going through strife and discord and fear and all this trouble and wars and all of that? How can we be in selfless service? By having discipline over our vibration of love, choosing love, being more disciplined with being love and not being in the fear, being in the love and light rather than being in the fear and the darkness. It's kind of like, how do we need to discipline ourselves in order to maintain that? How can we regulate ourselves that when we go into fear, into lack, into all these kind of things, that we bring ourselves back from there into that vibration of love? Pisces Neptune is also the place of the mental psychosis, neurosis. This is like drug use, alcohol use, addictions, escapism. And it's kind of like, how can you want to have this new spiritual dream life for yourself. Your higher self is dreaming a new dream, Saturn and Neptune in Pisces. And you want to have this dream manifested. You want to live your spirituality. You want to be more in spirit, be more in love, and you want to live that dream. Well, we need to get right with our discipline, with our kind of structure, with our, like, maybe the discipline we had until now has been dissolved over the last few years, it has been for many people, including myself. Losing the sound healing center, losing all the structure of my life, my whole structure dissolved. So it's kind of like, okay, this is why we're in this mutability now. Mars, Sun, Mercury in Sagittarius, mutable fire in our soul essence, in our masculine essence of self, of ego, and Mercury, the mind, it's mutable fire, is alchemy, is like, change that thought, burn that fear away, burn that fear away, burn that fear away. And then we've got like Neptune and Saturn in Pisces, is like mutability of your spirituality. Allow your discipline to change, allow your doctrine to change, allow your identity to change, allow your character to change. Let go of who you used to be, how you used to be, what you used to be. Let that go, let that fall away. We trust and surrender, Pisces, in the divine love, in the divine order. You are being held You are being guided. You are being embraced by spirit. You are growing, you're evolving, and you can't fully see it right now because you are under the Pisces illusions, confusion, fogginess of your mental psychosis, or of your paranoias, or of your lies, or of your deceiving kind of things that you do to yourself, or of your drug use, or of your alcohol use, of your reality TV use that you see in the housewives of Alabama living like a wealthy, rich life, and you're thinking that that's the life that you want to live, but really they're toxic as shit because all they do is all day long gossip about each other in front of the cameras, as if they don't know that they will hear it later on. So there's a big process here, and then we have the full moon in Gemini. It's like so. I took this chart to Wednesday night when Venus will be with the South Node. So go back to that. There's this rebellion, discord, and strife that we are causing to ourselves, that is being caused to us, in order to revolt and rebel and revolt and change and just kind of break free into a new place of self, Eris. The North Node in Eris, we are wanting a new way to be ourselves in this world. We want a new direction, a new essence, a new purpose, a new action, a new fire, a new mojo, a new motivation, a new potency, a new drive, a new this is like, it's like you want a new car. You love your car. It's a great car. You have so many beautiful memories with that car, but you've outgrown that car. Every 2 months you go to the mechanic and you pay a lot of money to the mechanic and you have problems in the engines and this and this and that, but you hold on to that car because of sentimental values. It's the car that you made love to your first boyfriend or girlfriend. And it's the car that your father or mother bought to you. Whatever. And comes this time, it's like, okay, it's time to let go of this car. It's sad. I'll be missing this car. I love this car, but it's only a car. We'll let it go, and you let it go, and you buy yourself a new car, and suddenly this new car helps you feel different in some way. One example. So this is in opposition to Venus and the South Node in Libra. The ways you used to find love and happiness and balance and harmony and equality are no longer valid. It's no longer here. The way you used to feel love, think love, process love, embody love is no longer here. It's changing. It's kind of like you are searching for your equilibrium, but you can't find it based on past archetypes. The way you think about love has changed. The way you feel about love has changed. Your love life has changed. Your relationship have changed. Your finance have changed. Your business have changed. Your health have changed. You are older. Whatever your situation is with your health, things have changed that you can no longer entertain the way you used to entertain it, even if you really want to. And with the South Node, that is very emphasized. The past ways of being, the past ways of loving, the past ways of embodying you, the past way of having sex, the past way of processing sexuality. Maybe it used to be something and now it's no longer that thing. It's just not valid anymore, the way you used to look and think and feel about sex. And now it's changed to that. Maybe you used to be a party girl or a party boy and have sex as part of your entertainment of a party weekend. And now you've grown out of it, and now you're searching for more sacred intimacy, for more sacred sexuality, that even if it could be a short-lived relationship, it can still be sacred and loving and intimate. The way, the partners you used to attract, you are reflecting on these partners that you used to have in the past, on how your relationship have unfolded, how you used to run your business aspirations, what you want to do with your money, how you used to look at money at the bank. It's all changing. Your values, it's like it's Libra. What you used to think as justice and equality is changing. And so it's coming really up to the surface as the North Node is with Eris. It's really highlighting the discord. It's kind of like who I used to be and embody all the things that I just said. It's no longer in alignment with my future self. There's this opposition. It's like, and it's a South Node. It's past lifetime. It's karmic. It's not just this lifetime. So that's think about like a full moon. It's like Venus comes to the North Node, it's a new moon, it's a new self-intention. Venus comes to the South Node, it's this purging, it's this release of the past. And so this is a release and cutting away of past things that relate to past relationships. Like maybe you are single, maybe you had tough relationships, maybe you got hurt a lot, maybe you got many things happen to you, and now comes the time that you've been processing this for a while, you're going through a process, you realize, you know what, I'm done living that, I'm done telling myself that story, I'm done believing that, I'm done thinking that. It is what it is, it was what it was. I want to break free, I want to get out of this, I want to think like that, I want to feel like that. And that's the North Node in Eris rebelling through that, and it creates a discord in self. Okay, but this discord in self and strife in self will ultimately promote the refinding of equilibrium and harmony, balance, fairness and love. So this is on Wednesday night, 2 days after the full moon. I'm gonna go back to now, and I'm gonna take it to, let's say, tomorrow. No, where am I? This is now, yeah. Tomorrow, let's go to the full moon, and full moon is on 0451. Let's go there. Monday 8:16 p.m. is the full moon in Gemini. The moon here on your 9 o'clock, 4 degrees 51 minutes of Gemini. The sun on your 3 o'clock, 4 degrees 51 minutes of Sag. And the sun in Sagittarius illuminates the emotional processes in Gemini. How are thoughts, perception, mental processes, what do they cause us feeling? That the stories we tell ourselves that affects our emotional beings, that needs to release, that needs to let go, that needs to be purged. So this kind of like a mental emotional purge of how we shit ourselves. Because the sun is shining from Sagittarius, the higher wisdom, the natural law, the philosophical, the higher teachings, the guru, the healer, the master, the shaman that is giving us a download of wisdom, of spirituality. And we download that wisdom, and it changes the way our personal Gemini perspective point of view was processing things until now. So the sun is shining from Sag into Gemini. It's like, hey, you want to live in that way, and you want to believe in that way, and you want to love. You want to feel love in yourself. You want to be love. You want to live a life of love. You want to see love and light and peace on this earth, the new age. You want to see that. You want to feel that. Well, guess what? It starts within you. How you think affects your emotional vibration. It affects your mental vibration. It affects your frequency. That then unfold into manifestation of your physical reality, because what you think is attracting that frequency into you. If you will now go and watch, you can do an experiment. Choose a topic of subject, choose a topic of people, and watch them for a week. Just focus your content consuming on that for a week, and you will see how suddenly, if you be aware enough, you're starting to watch them more in your physical presence, in the street, in the car next to you, on your bushwalk, on your exercise, in your gym, in your laundry room, whatever. Suddenly you're kind of meeting people that kind of like vibrate similar to that content you are consuming. You're watching gaming shows, suddenly you're meeting gamers. You're watching housewife reality shows, you're meeting other women that watch housewife reality shows. You are watching Gaia TV, some show about aliens and whatever, and suddenly you meet people that's watching that show too. It's because our mental is like a radar. It releases this frequency of the vibration we vibrate on, of our perception. And so this is coming to show us, is like, hey, you wonder with Venus on the South Node why you keep on manifesting that, why you keep on feeling that, why you can't find peace and love and harmony in your life. I'm showing you. Look at how you think. You think that you are a piece of shit. You think that you are ugly. You think that you are mentally unwell. You think that you are sick. You think that you're a psychopath. You think that you're just mentally fucked. There is no way to unfuck you. You think you are so fucked that you're probably gonna be fucked for the rest of your life, and by doing that you are fucking yourself. As simple as that. You are telling yourself that you are that. And by you saying to yourself that you are that, you are causing yourself the embodiment and the feeling and the experiences of being that, and you manifest more of that, which validates to you what you choose to believe in. So this is a full moon of like, if you want to follow these higher teachings and higher values of life and wisdom, look at your own structure of thought and perception of what you're doing to yourself in your mind, and let them go. You're consuming media, you're consuming the news, you're looking at all the suffering that exists in the world, all the strife, all the discord, then you wonder why you carry along with you all day long vibrations of doom and gloom, of fear, of anxiety, of depression, of melancholy, of the world is fucked, and that's it. Look, the current conflict is really close to my heart, and it's another extra challenge on a challenging equation that has been already for the last few years in my life. And I be honest with you, what I do is the first week or two I consumed a lot, it shitted me to the core of my being, and I just stopped. I'm not listening to it. The last couple of days I just watched a few beautiful things of the families reuniting, because it was just a beautiful, heartwarming thing that we all anticipated, and that's it. So it's like, I know it can affect me very much if I keep on watching it. I know that if I'll be updated more often, it will affect me, so I stay away from it. It's not ignorance, it's wisdom of knowing who you are, what you are capable of, what you're capable of consuming, what is your mission on this planet. And my mission on this planet is to be a catalyst of love and light. If it's through sound healing, if it's through this love stream, if it's through my healing sessions, that's what I do. And for me to do that, I need to embody as much love and light as I can. And I'm challenging my own personal ways, but that's what I strive for. And so what I'm showing you is kind of like the last 2 days when I was feeling zapped. I was like, mentally, I was going like, what the fuck is going on with me? This is weird. But I was just, then my inner wisdom came and says, look, it's very simple. You're very exhausted. You're very tired. You can't commit to anything or to anyone else right now. You just need to commit to yourself. Just chill. Rest, drink, eat, sleep, and just let it be. And so I did. And so it's kind of like, if you're going through challenges in your life and you're going in your mind, you are just screwing yourself all day long in the battlefield of I can't find solution, I'm stuck, or why like this, and why am I this, and why am I this, and why is that, you are disturbing yourself so much that it affects you. So this full moon is coming to help us to do this mental purge, this mental release, Gemini. It's kind of like how we think, how we communicate, the information we consume. Social media is overwhelming right now. The entire media world, if it's mainstream media or non-mainstream media, it's all overwhelming. There's a lot of information, a lot of opinions, a lot of truth, a lot of lies coming from everywhere. And you need to take care of your sovereign being and to know what you're capable of. The world has always been busy, but just now with social media, we're just seeing it more. So just be aware of that. Now, what else is this full moon is that the moon is on 4 Gemini and the sun is on 4 Sag and Mars is on 2 degrees Sagittarius. So although it's not direct, ouch, I've got a cramp. Although it's not direct, stretching the muscle. Although those moments, what can you do? Hilarious this love stream becomes. So, although they are not exact, Saturn here on 0 degrees and 58 minutes at 12 o'clock of Pisces is still squaring them. You see those red squares, boom, 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 boom. What's also interesting is that into this square comes the grand square, which is Black Moon Lilith in 6th degree of Virgo. So on top of the fact that Eris is with the North Node, which is strife and discord, Venus comes to the South Node, the past is coming up to closure, to purge, to release, to cut the cords. Then comes Black Moon Lilith, which is this kind of like, against the taboo, that kind of like femme fatale, that kind of like liberated feminine that doesn't give a shit about what anyone thinks. She will do whatever she feels like, but it's in Virgo, so it's about truth. So this is kind of like the march of the goddesses in the name of truth, you know. It's interesting what came after under this alignment is that the Me Too campaign that until now was a collective campaign of women that women got sexually abused, suddenly did a bit of a wrong turn in the last few weeks and kind of expressed itself against the Israeli Jewish women. And so then what happened is that Jewish Israeli women, which were part of Me Too campaign, came out against this Me Too campaign in that statement of like, excuse me, so Israeli women are not important for this campaign? And this is Black Muli. It's like, don't give me your bullshit, because this is bullshit and I'm gonna call you on your bullshit. Because it's all we are representing women that are victims of sexual abuse, or we are representing something else that is not that. And so that's a classic example for that. Another one is kind of like, based on values and philosophies. I've read a headline today that the world young Russian woman who is a world chess champion just denied and refused to participate in the world championship in Saudi Arabia because of the requirement for her to be escorted by a male from the hotel to the hotel to cover with the cover all her body and stuff. And she said, sorry, I'm not going to participate in a chess tournament and being told that I need to wear this and that and to do this and to go with a man that will supervise me from this. No, I'm sorry, that's not what I'm playing chess for. That's not what I believe in. And so that's another embodiment of this process of how she chose to challenge that kind of like accepted concept. She chose to challenge it under the philosophy and the teaching of life she believes to be right. And we will see more of that as well. So that's another part of this full moon, that Black Moon Lilith is in opposition to Saturn. So it's kind of like, if you need to be rebellious and go against the taboo, just make sure you do it with integrity and with discipline, so you don't get yourself into trouble, right? So it's kind of like, okay, if you need to participate in a non-violent protest, okay, go and do that to express your Black Moon Lilith opposition to Saturn and your North Node with Eris. Go and participate in a non-violent protest if that's what you need to. But if you will then get together with some extremists in that protest and start throwing stones or say kind of slogans that are too harsh, you may get arrested, you may get consequences. And that's this thing, is like, just know the limit, don't push the limit too hard. Let's take drug use and drug abuse for example. Because we are dealing with the full moon in Gemini and Sag, people might believe that they can take that drug and nothing will happen. They think that that's the right thing to do because they believe that that drug will give them a certain feeling or substance, whatever. But the problem is that on this full moon, Mercury here on the 24 degree and 40 minutes in Sagittarius is doing the square to Neptune here on your 12 o'clock, 24:54 minutes of Pisces. Now, this is on top of the mutability that is already existing, and on top of the fact that it's a full moon in Gemini, Sag Gemini, that already challenges the mind. And this is even more layer of mutability, because Mercury is the ruler of Gemini, where the full moon is, but he's in the house of Jupiter, and it's in Sagittarius. So think that Mercury is like the left brain, analytical thinking, I think, I know, these are the facts, and then basically think that Sagittarius is that right brain, creative, spiritual, expensive. And so Mercury is not having fun in Sagittarius in the best way. It's kind of not the best place for Mercury to be in, because this is where we can take what we believe and what we know too far. We can fully justify what we believe to be right and true way too far, and we can justify ourselves and all these things. We can also, so back to the drug abuse, substance abuse, this is a very bad time to take drugs. This is a very bad time to get drunk. This is a very bad time to deal with anything that might tilt your mental space, your mental mind. This is not the time to participate or entertain any outwardly experiences, altered state of mind. This will be very risky, because you might feel that you're totally cool with it, you know what you're doing, and Suddenly you are taking too much. This is definitely energy. Some people will overdose. Some people will go crazy on this. So, this could be like really kind of intense for the unaware, unchecked people that don't know what's going on. Because Neptune in Pisces is kind of like, again, is that multidimensional reality, that paranormal activity, that mystical, that supernatural, that divine healing and music and medicine and spirituality and angelic, and it can be very beautiful as well. It can be very creative. If we will use it like that, if we will take our mind into this place of creativity, this is where we could actually work with this energy better, instead of kind of like screwing ourselves in the head, to kind of be more creative with our minds and kind of think like, okay, what I used to think that I was, that I'm going to be, how I live it's not serving me anymore. I need to let go of this thought. I need to let go of this narrative. I need to let go of this story. I need to let go of saying to people, no, I know what I'm saying. I'm telling you, I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying. Maybe we don't know, and we just think we know. And so this is the time to kind of let that kind of go, and in that surge, Sagittarius, in order to gain that higher wisdom and that expansion, use the Mercury square Neptune. It's a challenging thing. It's a friction. Like the mind wants to expand, and it's squaring Neptune, and it might be like, but expand where? I'm confused. I don't know what all this means. I mean, I know that I'm going through transformation. I can feel that I'm going through transmutation. I know that the divine order is guiding this, but I'm so confused. I'm so lost. Well, am I ever going to get out of this? Is it ever going to be good for me? Am I ever gonna be loved? Am I ever gonna be happy again? Am I going to be depressed or mentally unwell or psychopathic or depressed or anxious forever for the rest of my life? The answer is no. No, you're not. You're gonna be okay. We are all going to be okay. This world is going to be okay. We are going through an intense process of a lot of chaos, a lot of strife, a lot of discord. The old patriarchy is breaking down. The old structure is breaking down. It's not an easy time to be living in a transition of an ages, of paradigms. It was never meant to be easy, but we are going through it. We are doing it. And as we're gonna get through this harsh few years of this intense process, then there's gonna start being the opening and the unfolding of the new. So give yourself more hope. Neptune square Mercury is like what your mind really needs is divine devotion, hope, faith, prayer. It's Sagittarius. Instead of worrying about your bank account, give gratitude and see more abundance coming to you. Gratitude is the attitude of abundance. So instead of worrying about your beloved, be grateful that your beloved is alive now, or safe now, or at rest now, or whatever. So that's the way to overcome this challenge, this square of Mercury to Neptune on this full moon. Full moon in Gemini ruled by Mercury, and Mercury squaring Neptune. Great. It could be divine. It could be divine mystical download of spirit that completely shift and shape our perception and help us really purge and release old paradigm of thought, of perception, of point of view, of knowledge, if we are humble enough to surrender it and let it go. And suddenly we have this opening that takes us into a whole new adventure, Sagittarius. A new adventure. Now, let's make it even more interesting. Mercury from yesterday is in shadow from the 22nd degree of Sagittarius. Mercury is squaring Neptune now for the first time. Mercury will square Neptune again when it retrogrades, and Mercury will square Neptune for the third time when it goes direct. So take notes of the current process of the coming 2 days, yesterday, today, tomorrow, and let's say yesterday, Saturday until Tuesday. Pay attention to the mental process you are going through. Something got to do with spirituality, with your belief, with your faith, with your escapism, with your paranoia or fear or these dreams or fantasy, right? Pay attention to that, because this is check one. Mercury goes direct, Sagittarius, it wants to expand, it wants to become a positive, it wants to explore new territories, new horizon, to grow bigger and ever greater, but it's facing the Neptune. So checkpoint one, what is this about? What is this confusion? What is this illusion? Where am I lying to myself? Where am I deceiving myself? Sag to Neptune always got to do with lies. Because what we believe in, Sagittarius, by what we believe in to be true, we are lying to ourselves, that hides our ability to discover divine truth. Pisces, divine love. So we will see a lot of lies. We are seeing a lot of lies, and we will see big lies now. There's gonna be big lies, and one big lie is unfolding already, that there is some kind of a new poo that is discovered in China, and there's already headlines starting to come to kind of drip about that. And so, you know, just be aware of that. So interesting to know one fact about the Sun square Saturn. Sun was conjunct Saturn on the 0 degree Capricorn on the 21st of December 2017. This was the time where future awareness came out, and I was delivering the teaching to everyone of what the astrology of the coming years is about to cause and how to prepare in the best way. I was doing the Saturn teacher of responsibility, maturity, growing up, understanding, creating the structure that we need to get in order to get through this journey. And Saturn 0 degree Capricorn, that was their conjunction, the seed 2017. Saturn ended it ended Capricorn in 2022. Sorry, in 2020. Okay. Saturn 0 degree Capricorn, 21st of December 2017 until 2020. Then in 2020 we had the Saturn. In 2020 we had the Saturn Pluto in Capricorn. Remember that? That's the big thing that happened. So it's almost like, why am I bringing this December 2017 as Saturn 0 Capricorn? Because that was the conjunction beginning of their journey. The square that is happening now is the third quarter square. So this is this final friction of the process, the karmic process that has started in December 2017, that we all been going through and the world has been going through, is this karmic process of the breakdown of our Capricorn, our structure, our identity, our character, our identity, our time, law and order, regulation, discipline. It was in Capricorn. It's everything got to do with who we are in society, with our integrity, with our persona. And that was December 2017, the initiation of there's something new, a new structure need to be born here, a new identity, a new character. But since then we've been going through the demolition that came to this crescendo when Pluto and Saturn conjuncted in 22nd degree of Capricorn in 2020. Then Saturn came into Pisces, and it went back to Capricorn, and then Saturn came to Pisces, and now it retrograded all the way back to 0 Pisces, and this is the third quarter square of Saturn and Sun-Saturn cycles, okay? Sun will conjunct Saturn again on the 29th of February 2024 in Pisces, on the 9th degree. That will be the end of the current cycle and the beginning of the new. So in February 2024, Sun and Saturn gonna come and create this imprint signature of this new dream, the structure around the new dream. But from now into February 24, we are going through the final graduation of this process that started in December 2017 around the breakdown of the old structure. Okay? So this square we're experiencing on this full moon, it's massive because it got to do with a bigger process. I hope you're following what I'm showing you. Now, before it will happen in February, the Sun will conjunct Pluto on the 29:59 of Capricorn, the 21st of January 2024. So the Sun will come to create that's it, kaput, end, finish, poof, end, death and rebirth, with Pluto right at the last minute of Capricorn on the 21st of January 2024, and they both move to the 0 degree of Aquarius together. That's another big thing, okay? So just keep that in mind. There's other things happening. So this third quarter square is the challenge and friction that the soul wants to break free from its own undoing. It's like, how are we undoing ourselves? How are we defeating ourselves? What is this inner enemy that is in our mind, in our perception, in our belief system, that is just we are screwing ourselves up? We have to change the way we think. We have to change the way we perceive ourselves, who we used to be, what happened to us, who we are. We need to do that, breaking free of that self-defeat inner enemy. And this has been highlighted this full moon. So this is very potent, okay? So that's the structure between Mars, and what we need to be careful of is that Sag is fire, mutable fire, and Mars is a warrior of fire. And Mars comes with the Sun to Sag, and they might be like, come on, I want to fly out of here, I want to get out of here, get me going, I want to break free. And the square to Saturn, it's almost like just behave yourself, just do it with discipline, just follow the rules, follow the orders, you know. With Pluto at the end of Capricorn, it's kind of like, make sure you do it by the law, make sure you're in integrity. Remember, there's the big graduation test, the soul graduation test in the background of Pluto at the end of Capricorn, Saturn in Pisces, we are being tested. So, you know, be in integrity and be responsible, and just like know how much fire to put in order to create the alchemy, but not to blow up the laboratory. Okay, so that's kind of a good metaphor for that. So that's the full moon in Gemini square in Saturn, and the Mercury square in Neptune. And so it's kind of a bit of a mental pressure cooker. So pay attention to what's going on inside of you. And that's why yesterday, today, into tomorrow, the moon in Taurus is almost saying to us, hey, stay grounded. Stay grounded. There's a bit of a wave coming. There's a bit of a Mad Hatter trick coming your way. It might get some wild kind of, something wild is unfolding. And you just have to kind of stay grounded, embody yourself, regulate yourself, take care of your body, rest, drink, eat, exercise, move, do whatever is calling for you to do, and just be aware of it. And this Mercury retrograde, this is another fascinating fact, that right now Mercury is in first shadow zone. It will go direct until the 8th of December. And on the 8th of December, as Neptune, by the way, the thing that makes it even more kind of mental and confusing and foggy is that Neptune is actually stopping. Neptune is only moving 19 minutes a day now. 19 seconds, 19 astrological seconds a day right now. That's it. It's kind of like dead stop. And I've warned about this 2 weeks ago, and I said, pay attention. Then I come in 2 weeks. And also weeks after that. So Neptune goes direct on the 6th of December, which is 10 days from now. So from now until the 6th of December is a complete stop of Neptune, which makes the whole, it's like multi-dimensional reality. It's like, what is real, what is unreal? Are we still living in the same reality? Is this the same world we know it to be? Like, where am I living? In which dimension am I living? The 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th? Can I live on the 6th at the same time I'm living on the 3rd? People indicated to me that they experienced like this kind of past and future kind of multidimensional experiences happening at once. This could be taken if with discipline. If you have your discipline of the square to Saturn, and if you'll be in your integrity, use of power, of who you are, with Pluto at the end of Capricorn, you could actually utilize this. For Mercury square Neptune, meditate the mind, create stillness in the mind, be creative, channel your spirit through creativity, journaling, automatic writing, poetry, songwriting, clay potting, drawing, painting, and that could be a good medicine for you to express your inner process, and through that you might get some messages that you didn't see coming. So this could be very helpful in that of tapping into, because at the end of the day, it's Sagittarius season. We want to expand, we want to rise higher, we want to be optimistic, we want to... How can we do that? If you do the Mercury square to Neptune and you think and talk and communicate Sagittarius gratitude to Neptune spirit for the blessings that you have in your life, and you focus on this gratitude and you use your gratitude as your medicine, this will be a great way for you to break out of fear mindsets, of fear thoughts, of doom and gloom, of lack, of victimhood, of whatever. Don't believe your own shit stories. As simple as that. Stop believing your own bullshit. Listen to your narrative and say to them, this is how far you go, mate. Get out of here. Thank you for everything, but get the fuck out. This is Black Moon Lilith square in this full moon. This is the North Node with Eris. Like, get the fuck out, fearful thoughts. You know, there's that meme of that teddy bear bashing that doll, and there's like negative thoughts, and it's bashing that doll. You know, bash that doll of negative thoughts with your Care Bear and just give it some love and say, enough, I'm not fear. I'm not gonna entertain fear. I'm gonna be love. There's a beautiful life ahead of me. My business is gonna grow. My love life is gonna grow. My money is gonna grow. I'm gonna be healthy and long living and young and whatever it is that you want. Everything will come. Tune into that frequency. Walk with your mind to manifest the love and light, and also be in selfless service of that energy to the world. Stop entertaining the fear. They are winning by convincing people to think what they think. Rebel. Rebel against the narrative that is being injected into human consciousness. Rebel. That is your peaceful protest. Rebel against the entertainment of fear, of war, of suffering, of struggle. Rebel against it. Connect with love teachings, with wisdom teachings, of love and light, of futuristic new paradigm teachings. Listen to podcasts, to listen to other people that are channeling wisdom of the future, non-duality, and all these beautiful things. Like, just open your perception and see what comes to you. That would be a good way of doing that. But we will face this. This is a long process now, because this is only check one. So Mercury square Neptune now on this full moon is showing us one thing, a cool thing, on top of the fact that Neptune is stationing is highlighting this. And so this is Mercury direct, Neptune retrograde. The second time will happen will be Mercury retrograde, Neptune direct. And the third time will be Mercury direct, Neptune direct. So that's also an interesting level in that process. And on top of that, on this full moon in Gemini, ruled by Mercury, Mercury square Neptune. Now if I'll take you to the 8th. So here's the 6th, Neptune goes direct. The 7th, and here is the 8th. Sorry, the 8th of December. What am I doing? Yeah, there you go. Where am I? Yeah. What have I done? Okay. So Mercury 22 Sag going into shadow. Mercury will get to, on your 1 o'clock, Mercury will get to the 8 degree 24 minutes of Capricorn, the 12th of December, on the same day of the new moon in Sag. So on the full moon in Gemini, ruled by Mercury, Mercury is in Sagittarius, squaring Neptune. On the day Mercury will go retrograde, it will be the day of the new moon in Sagittarius. So the new optimism, expansion, hopeful future is suddenly being hit by Mercury retrograde. So from now until the 13th of December, and it's interesting because by then, so many layers, Jupiter, the ruler of Sagittarius, is stationed in direct. So Mercury goes retrograde, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Mercury goes retrograde on the new moon in Sag, and then it goes until the 8th of January. But On the 31st of December, Jupiter, the ruler of Sagittarius, where Mercury is now squaring Neptune, going into shadow, on the 31st of December, Jupiter goes direct, and within hours after, Mercury goes, where is your Mercury? Mercury goes direct. So Mercury goes into shadow, point 1, on this full moon in Gemini, while he's in Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter. He's going, and then he's stationed in retrograde on the new moon in Sagittarius. So we're gonna have a new intention for that Sag energy, but it's gonna be challenged by Mercury retrograde. It's kind of like, wait a second, something is not connecting. You're gonna go retrograde back into Sag, and it's gonna station direct on the 1st of January, New Year's Eve, with Jupiter direct, and he's gonna station direct in Sagittarius. And suddenly we have this new year that we finally can look ahead and wow. So I gave you this hint again to give you a bit of hope and understanding that we're in these final bits of yuckiness. It's a very mutable energy of transformation from that Scorpio cocoon into that phoenix bird of fire flying in Sagittarius. But this full moon in Gemini is helping us to transform and mutate our thoughts, our perception, how we speak, not to repeat the things that brings back the vibration that you are wounded or victim or sick or unwell or whatever, right? To clear that in order to be able to really move into a new way of living, a new way of believing, more optimism, more positivity, which will come next year. But this process of this full moon is also prolonged into this Mercury retrograde, which will be from now into December new moon in Sagittarius, and then really finishing on the 1st of January. Mercury goes direct, and then of course it needs to cover everything that he's doing, and he will square Neptune again for the 3rd time. I didn't mention the 2nd time. The 2nd time will be just for to rest that in peace. The 2nd time will be on the 27th of December, coming to the New Year's Eve following Christmas. And the 3rd time of Mercury and Neptune will be on the 9th of January. Okay? There's much more happening. Next year is crazy. 2024 is crazy busy. There's so much action, so much initiation. We've got such massive conjunction, massive alignments of boom, 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 boom. From January into April, we are being blasted like bam, 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 pushed through the spaceship into the open space with an astronaut suit. But until January, we are going out through the let's get shit done. So, bringing the chart back to now, this is the main energy of this week that I wanted to talk about. And what else did I want to mention? That's the main thing I wanted to talk about. And as I promised at the beginning, I want to make love stream a bit shorter. So right now we're at 6:40, which means we are an hour and 40 minutes into love stream. It will be a good time to end now. I need to make it even shorter than that. I will see you on Thursday for sure for another love stream this week. But join me on Monday, tomorrow night, full moon sound healing meditation. There's only a few spots left. And on Wednesday at 7 p.m. full moon integration, while Venus is with the south node, big purging there, big cleansing, continuing the full moon energy. If you need it, come and it's a very powerful week to do some healing work. If you need private sessions, come and see me. It will be my pleasure to help you. All the bookings to private sessions and sound healing are in the booking link in the blurb below and on the bio of the social media. Other than that, if you want to join our patreon.com, be a part of our community, that will be awesome as well. It's patreon.com/healingdelight. You can choose different tiers. If you want to receive the recording of this upcoming full moon sound healing meditation, you will receive it through Patreon as well. If unconditional free love and support, please press like on this movie. Give us a like us please, give us a like. Come on, it's not hard. It's a click on the mouse, chick, and you like us. And for you it's just a click on the mouse. For us it's better. And if you want to subscribe to this channel, if you want to spread it, share it with your friends, your beloved, it will be greatly appreciated. Thank you, love and gratitude. I am grateful for my Patreon community that we've been through so much together. I am grateful to you all for being here with me. I am grateful that I can be in service for you and share some wisdom, some love, some laugh, some good vibe. And let us all practice more gratitude this month in this Sagittarius season. Happy Sagittarius birthday to all the Sagittarius in the house. And yeah, I will see you on Thursday. Healing full moon, family. Healing full moon. So, what's up with the live chat? Stop being active some time ago. I hope you are still with me. Oh, I've missed all this. Oh, I've missed Amy. Hello, Amy. And hello, Tara Sparkle. Thank you, Tara. It's good to shine again. Hello, Jules. Shalom, Dana. Pete and Dana. Hello, Roll King, the one and only Honeybee Blossom. Hello, Journaling. You haven't been able to walk on what day it is, and it feels like everything I woke up in a new lifetime. Dover Sana, my brother from Israel. I love you, brother. I love you. Sending you love. And yeah, thank you all, family, for being here with me. We're gonna finish our love stream the same way we started, with Nura and Pure, live from Bali, giving us some good vibe. Happy healing full moon in Gemini, family. Let that shit vibe in your mind go. Kick away all those fearful thoughts, doomy and gloomy. Don't consume lies. Don't consume fear. Don't consume paranoia. Thank you for the love, though. Consume love. Spread love. Cut the bullshit. Rebel against the darkness by consuming love. I love you, family. Fire. Full moon in Gemini. Mark, very good analysis. Subscribe. Thank you. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Good man. Thank you. All right. Lots of love to you all. Peace, love, happiness, joy.
I need you to be something. I need you to be good. 'Cause this is the end of an age. And this is the end of us. And who will be next? Will it show? Hey, we already got it true. How high's your nightlife? How high's your nightlife? How cold your soul? And how fast your heart beat? And how much you sold? How much you need me? Try to see how much you want me. You need to believe. I feel your words deep in my head. I need you to be something. I need you to be